Welcome back to Aunties and Ancestors Black Girl Magic. I want to talk about something today that, when I first heard the name, made me laugh right out loud. The word is incel, short for involuntarily celibate. Now you hear that and you think, oh, bless their hearts. They need a hobby and maybe a breath mint. But when you peel back that ridiculous, silly surface, what you find is a philosophy of hate, misogyny, and white supremacist entitlement that is absolutely terrifying and is actively recruiting the children our children will have to exist alongside. Let's get down to the uncommon sense of it. These aren't just folks who are lonely. These are people who have been so thoroughly indoctrinated through online echo chambers and, yes, through the rhetoric of certain political figures who love the poorly educated, that they genuinely believe they are owed things. They believe they are owed success, they are owed status, and crucially, they believe they are owed women's bodies and attention. When they are rejected, when a grown woman exercises her free will and says, no, thank you, their fragile little feelings don't just get hurt. They don't go home and take up knitting. They get enraged. That anger is the poison, and it's fueled by a white supremacist ideology that tells them they are at the top of the social ladder, and anyone who deviates from that, especially Black people, immigrants, and women, are the thieves who stole what was rightfully theirs. They can't be introspective. They can't read and understand for themselves. They just hear the loud voices of chaos saying, everything you deserve has been stolen. And they go out into the world looking for a fight. This is the power of the lie. And this is where the power of truth comes in. Because when you are constantly told the opposite of the truth, that your failure is someone else's fault, that hate is patriotism, that violence is justified, you become a liability to society. These incel and white supremacist ideologies are so dangerous because they are not just staying online. They are manifesting in real-world violence, in schools, in places of worship, and in the digital spaces our children occupy. They rely on the idea that they can spew their hate publicly and face no consequences, especially when they hear rhetoric about J6 pardons. They believe the state, or at least a specific political faction, will excuse their venomous actions. They believe their hate is a ticket out of accountability. But what happens when they can't make a grown woman bend? What happens when their entitlement is finally met with boundaries and rejection? They seek out easier targets. They become predators of adult women and, tragically, they turn their sights on children, targeting their innocence because they can't achieve that sense of dominance elsewhere. This is real. This is a looming and growing threat in our communities.